কুঞ্জ বিহারী জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী জয় গোপী জন বল্লভ জয় গিরিবরধারী জয় গিরিবরধারী জয় যশোদানন্দন ব্রজ জনরঞ্জন যশোদা নন্দন ব্রজ জনরঞ্জন যমুনা তীরা বনচারী যমুনা তীরা বনচারী জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শ্রীবাসাদি গৌরা ভক্তবৃন্দ শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শ্রীবাসাদি গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে জয় রাধা মাধব জয় রাধা মাধব রাধা মাধব জয় রাধা মাধব নিতাই গৌরা হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল নিতাই গৌরা হরি বল। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत शिशुमत शिला भाई चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनो शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति शपदन्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सगना रघुनाथार्नितं तं सजीवं Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sivishakharnitamscha Namo Yang Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Pachatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpadaro Vasakripasindhubhya Evacha Patitanang Pavanebhya Vaishnavebhya Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So, fifth class of deep dive, last not on the list. So we have more classes will be, but on this semester, today is the last class. Last week, last Saturday, we covered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. Okay, until which pastime we covered? We want to hear from you, Jyoti Mata. Can you tell until what pastime we covered last week? The last pastime I narrate.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. We covered that Prabhuji was completed his education. He did it in 64 days, all the kalas that he needed to learn. He completed his education.
Thank you. Vaishali Mata, can you tell me that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to learn what his guru's name, teacher name? Are you there, Vaishali?
Yes, yes. No. Is it Srivas? No, not Srivas. I think
Little loudly, can't hear.
Yeah, I'm not able to recollect. I'm able to recollect the name Srivas Acharya, but I don't think it is Srivas Acharya. But it is that is.
Okay, not a problem.
I'm not able to recollect at all.
Okay. Okay, let's hear from Rachana Mata. Rachana Mata, can you remember the name of his teacher?
Prabhuji, did you ask me?
Yeah.
Who was the teacher of Mahaprabhu?
Yeah.
I know you said, and I thought I remembered it, but I'm taking my notes.
No, Vaishali, it is not Ishwar Puri. Ishwar Puri is a guru.
I know you said.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, we are
Yeah,
still in the
Arindam.
car, but we are still in the car, but I can answer that if like or
Yeah,
I
yeah,
will
yeah.
wait.
Go ahead, Arindam Prabhu.
Just a
Prabhu,
second. I having some issue
Okay.
with my audio.
Okay, Prabhu.
I know Prabhuji repeated multiple times the teacher's name. Oh, where is it? Yeah, Jyoti Mata, you are correct. He
Hare
was
Krishna.
this incarnation.
Still, I am having some difficulties for my audios. Let me just connect it. Okay. Hare Krishna. Can someone talk?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I tell the name of Prabhuji? Are you hearing?
I'm not hearing it. Just a second.
Hare Krishna.
I just bought the new device, so that's why there is some issues are happening on these audios. Microphone working, audio was working. Have to bring another headphone. Okay. Can someone talk now?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me? Everyone?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Now I can hear it. Okay. Yeah. Can you tell the name?
Gangadhar Pandit Troll.
Okay. Ganga Das Pandit.
Ganga Das Pandit. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So sorry for interrupt. I was, this is the other days my laptop's webcam was gone. So then I have to bring the new laptop. So I brought 2 days ago. So some setups have some issues. I will fix later on. So now I just add my headphone. So today, we will hear Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu some very special pastimes. What's happened after his 64 colors are complete in a 64 days. So we know, soon as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he finished his educations, then his father went back to Godhead, Jagannath Mishra. And Jagannath Mishra, before he left his body, he called Vishambhar, Nimai. And he mentioned, Nimai, you have to take care of your family. Specifically, family means your mother. I'm giving all responsibilities to you. When Jagannath Mishra, he left, Jagannath Mishra is the only person who earned the money. Nimai now got a responsibilities to take care of his family. Now, when his mother, a couple of days it went, everything is good because the previous monies was there, so it went good. But what happened when Nimai asked to mother, so today there is anything to, anything to cook. Mom said, how much ration I have, means how much supplies I have. It will run another 7 days. After the 7 days, there is no more ration. And I don't know how I will manage. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just 5 days later, he brought a piece of gold and he gave to his mother. Ma, take this gold and take to the, send to Ishan. So Ishan, anybody knows who is the Ishan are? Maybe Rachana Mata, do you know who is the Ishan are?
No, Prabhuji, I don't know.
I'm not understanding the question, Prabhu.
Okay, I'm saying, anybody know who is Ishan Thakur? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told his mother, take this gold and give to Ishan Thakur. He will sell it and he will buy all the vegetables. So who is this Ishan Thakur?
Was he a merchant?
Okay.
He was the
could be his-
servant, the household servant.
Yes. Ishan Thakur is a household servant. But he is not actually a servant. He serving to Jagannath Mishra's house as a great Vaishnava, helping to one other Vaishnavas. So Jagannath Mishra kept him as his own younger brother. And Ishan Thakur, Ishan Thakur actually know who was coming to that house. How he knows? Because he is disciple of Advaita Acharya Prabhu. So Advaita Acharya Prabhu actually sent him there to take care of Jagannath Mishra and Shachimata properly, stay their house. And he followed Advaita Acharya Prabhu's word until his last breath. He was in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house. Even after Sannyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took Sannyas. He take care of Shachimata, he take care of Vishnupriya Mata. And then when Ishan Thakur left, that time Vishnupriya Devi are just staying with a Mahaprabhu's ideal and Mahaprabhu's Kharam, Paduka. So Ishan Thakur actually taking care of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu since from Mahaprabhu is 1 day old. So that's the Ishan Thakur serving. So that's what I said, give to Ishan Kaku, Ishan Thakur, and he said, uncle Ishan. So he will sell it. He will, take to the golden store, he will sell it and he will buy the vegetables. So after when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first day he got a gold, then Mother Shachi thought maybe, he brought from his friend or from somewhere. But whenever the ration is over, almost, again he bring gold. Now mother have a little shocked where he was getting this gold. And because of that, he was asking to Nimai. But Nimai doesn't give answer. When Nimai doesn't give answer, then what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother used to do, Shachimata, she used to take that gold to the neighbors and ask, is this gold is yours? Did you by mistakenly lost it somewhere? Is this gold is yours? Did you lost it somewhere? Everyone will say, no, it's not our gold. Only on that time, his mother satisfied, okay, he's bringing from somewhere, but it's not in our neighbors, means he didn't steal from anywhere. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu start his own school. The youngest teacher, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu start his own school where in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house, next to his house, a little bit far away, there is a one open place and everyone used to worship Mata Saraswati. Learned of goddess, Mata Saraswati. So he start his school there under the tree. There is no shade, under the tree, he start his tool. Now, the students are coming to Nimai's stall. His way to educate, way to presentation, explanations, completely different than the other teacher. And all students are so happy, and those students are actually what happening? Mentioning to the other student, our Nimai, the youngest teacher, how he was teaching us. Hearing them, they also want to join to Nimai's Pathshala. So there is couple of tolls actually got closed because of that. Now, what happened? Those teachers are very much angry. Very much angry. Why? Why those teachers are very much angry? Jyoti Mata?
I'm sorry, Prabhuji, I don't know.
One, Prabhu? No? Okay. Jambavati Mata, can you guess why those teachers are very angry?
If I can guess, it would be
Answer,
because the youngest, sorry.
Go ahead, Mata.
I was gonna guess. I was gonna say that if the younger teacher is getting so much love from the children, maybe they're jealous. But it's a guess.
Jambavati Mata? Unmute yourself, Mata.
Oh, well, I thought I did. I'm not sure. Are you asking why the teachers were angry
Other teacher are angry?
in terms of the gold?
No.
Just
Because the explanations and the system of educations, many students came and joined to Mahaprabhu's stall. So few of the stall got closed. So those teacher was, running those stall, they got very angry. Why?
because here's this little young upstart coming along, and he has this school, and he's become very popular, it seems like overnight, and they were much more senior than he was, getting all of the accolades. He was getting all of the accolades. I think in any situation like that, even in modern times, the senior teachers would be very envious. So that's what I'm thinking.
Thank you. Yeah, actually they are very much jealous. What happened? Because those teachers, they used to take a fees for the student, that they have to pay some, certain amount of fees for, do the study. But in Mahaprabhu's stall, there is no fees. You don't have to pay anything for study. But they have to bring, means after ending their education, they will get the Guru Dakshina. It's like a donation of, Guru Dakshina they will offer. Donation for, teacher. So now, those people are very angry, and they are thinking, when we'll get some sense, we'll teach this little boy different way. Because they cannot say anything, they cannot complain. And everyone knows is the clever boy. In a 64 days, he, got all 64 vidyas, 64 kalas. So other teachers doesn't have the 64 kalas at all. So that's why they cannot come and challenge to Nimai. Why you take our student? So toll is going on. Now, Shachi Mata are mentioning Nimai. You know what? After your dad gone, I'm feeling very lonely. Very lonely. And you are already 15 years old. Actually, not 15. He was a 16. Yeah, 16 years old. Said, Nimai, you need to get married now. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu don't want to actually blame to mother. No, I don't want to get married. Mahaprabhu mentioned to his mother, mother, whatever you think, right, you do. But what happened? Mother mentioned to Ishan Thakur, and Ishan Thakur find out a beautiful girl in Kolerganj. The present city is Navadvip. And when Ishan Thakur went, to talk with the parents. And that same day, a great scholar, Keshav Kashmiri, was appeared there. And before Keshav Kashmiri came, he sent a letter to Navadvip, all the big scholars. Who is the Keshav Kashmiri? Anybody knows?
Who is the what, Prabhu?
Who is the Keshav Kashmiri? The Pandit Keshav Kashmir.
Prabhuji, I know. He was from Kashmir, and he was a Pandit in Mayavadi philosophy.
Was he not also Muslim? No, he wasn't Muslim.
He is a Brahmin. And he, why his name was, so popular? What is the reason behind? Someone else.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Arindam.
He defeated all the Pandits all over India. He used to travel and defeat in Tarka, like Shastra, all the Pandits. That's why he got so popular.
Yeah. So he defeated all the great scholars around Bharat Varsha, around India, the big name famous scholar. He defeated by Tarka. Tarka means challenging discussion on literatures. And he defeat them. And everyone actually write a letter to him that he win by Shastrarth. By discussing the literatures, he are actually established the best philosophy. No one can do that. Now, he knows that time in Bharatvarsha, in India, all big Pandit, in Navadvip. So he sent a letter with his one disciple that I want to come to Navadvip and I want to sit with all big Pandit and I want to do tarka. I want to discuss the literatures and present the philosophy. And his target to defeat all those Pandit also. Now, those Navadvip Pandit, they got very much scared because they already hear the name of Keshav Kashmiri, Pandit Keshav Kashmiri. He was a Digvijay. He got victory from surround. So that time, those all Pandit, they make a istogasti, they make a meeting. And they make meeting that's, what? Let's go for somewhere. But don't discuss about this word. When he will come, then he definitely will go to see Nimai. And then we know that Nimai is the big Pandit. If Nimai will defeat them, then we will be glorified that, see in our village, one small boy can defeat a victorical Pandit. If Nimai don't defeat him, then we will say, what? The Pandit doesn't see to it us. If it is us, obviously he won't defeat us. But now we don't want to stay. Everyone is so scared. And they make some excuse and they left Navadvip. Shastra said, what happened? Navadvip was got completely Pandit Shunna. There is no man in Navadvip city. No one. Why no man in Navadvip city? No Pandit in Navadvip city?
Was it because they were embarrassed?
They don't want to be embarrassed, right? So now what happened?
When Keshav Kashmiri came, Mahaprabhu was sitting with his student, beast of the Ganges. And that time Keshav Kashmiri, Pandit Keshav Kashmiri, he don't actually travel alone. He was sitting on a chariot. It's a man palanquin chariot. And he have a bunch of disciples who always sing kirtan, glorify him with the mantras. Can anybody guess how many disciples always, travel with Keshav Kashmiri? Anybody can guess?
6 to 7, Prabhuji.
6 to 7. Okay, one more information. Wherever the Keshav Kashmiri goes and he defeat any Pandit, and technically there is a things are, those Pandits will give the letter, and the meantime, those Pandit disciple will become his disciple, Keshav Kashmiri's disciple. It will be trading.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I do not recall the exact number, but it was few thousand.
Right, it was a few thousand. Jyoti Mata?
Prabhuji, I have to leave. I have to take care of some other problem. So
okay, sure.
I will be listening to your, but I won't be paying attention. I will be listening to what you're saying, but I won't be paying attention. I have a problem. I have to.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay. Thank you. Jambavati Mata, can you think how many could be? Just a guess.
Hundreds.
Hundreds. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. There was someone who only had one disciple. Can't remember who that was.
But he have a couple of thousand though. So how many thousand could be? Was travel with him?
Maybe like 3,000.
Maybe 3,000 could be. Shapna Mata, can you guess?
No, Prabhuji, I not remember.
Vaishali?
Yeah, definitely thousands or more than that, I guess.
Okay.
I have a question,
Yes.
if I may. Were all of those disciples in, like from different areas, like the gurus today, of course, not all the disciples are in one area. So I'm just wondering at that particular time, because it was such a, means of transportation was very limited. And how did they travel to visit their guru? Or did their guru travel to visit his disciples? I was just curious.
Yeah. So over here, actually, Guru is not visiting the disciple. Those disciples are walking with him.
I see.
Those disciples are walking with him. And wherever, those days, there is a big people who arrange for a food, and there is no transportation, obviously. That time, only the transportation they can get, that's the boat.
I see.
Yeah, and otherwise they have to walk. So it is actually a 60,000 disciple. 60,000.
Hare Krishna. That's an army.
It's army force. So he was walking with 60,000 disciples. So can you think, it's like the persons are sitting on a man palanquin, they are carrying it, and they are glorifying their guru, and they're glorifying how many big pandit his guru was defeated. So now whole 60,000 disciples came to Mayapur. So they all make their tent next to the Ganges. They make their guru tent, their tent. They carry, they start cooking there for their food. Now, when it's like, cooking are going on, what Guru want to do? Then Guru saw a beautiful boy. It's such a beautiful boy. So he was asking, what is your name? Then he said, my name is Nimai. Keshav Kashmiri said, yeah, I hear your name from somewhere. I hear your name from somewhere. So Nimai, I want to sit with you. I want to sit with you. And I want to do some shastra, some tadka, some discussion of philosophy. Nimai folded hand saying, oh Pandit, you are my guru. You are like my guru. And you defeat everyone, all, three directions. Now we came to the last direction. North, south, east, west. So north, south, and west he completed. Now he came to east. And that's in Bengal. So I don't have any quality to sit with you and do some sastra. But obviously I have some desire from you. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying, I have some desire from you to Keshav Kashmiri. So what is the desire? The desire is, can you please narrate some sloka of glory of Mother Ganga? Keshav Kashmiri was immediately chanted over 100 verses. And those verses are not from any literatures. He just created on his mind and he narrated to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So simply you can think how big scholar or Mother Saraswati are with him always. After his hundreds of verses when he narrates, after his narration, he was asking to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that, are you happy? But Mahaprabhu said, it was beautiful, amazing, those verses. But can you please just do a little discussion on those verses? About how many guna are there, means how many alankaras are there on those verses. And also, how many dosha are there, means where he make a little mistake to compile the words. Now Keshav Kashmiri actually got a little bit of angry. He said, you know what? On my creation, there is always gunas are there. Guna meaning, guna is a good quality, right, Arindam?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Good qualities.
It's a good quality. My verses always have a good quality, but there is no dosha or there is no any mistake on my verses have. Jambavati Mata is a little bit of difficult or understandable?
I'm having a little trouble understanding. if you can please expand on that.
Okay. So when Keshav Kashmiri, he was narrating some verses about glory of Mother Ganges. And when he was narrating those verses, it was not from any books. He just created on his mind and he delivered to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu saying that, if we read one verse, Srila Prabhupada gave every single word translation, meaning translations, word meanings, and detailed description Srila Prabhupada gave. So Mahaprabhu also asking him, can you just do a little bit of word meaning? And then there is any word have a little bit of dosha. Dosha meanings in a grammar of Sanskrit. In a grammar of Sanskrit, there is a couple of words. A little bit of mistake of aha or like we have a Rachana Mataji here who teaching Sanskrit, who learning Sanskrit too, and teaching Sanskrit, and they knows. So, but simply, if we call to man, as a pulinga, we say bhavataha. Or if we call omens, then we say bhavatyaha. If you ask what is your name, so I will ask to Arindam, bhavataha namakim. If I ask Jambumati Mata, I will ask bhavatyaha namakim. Bhavataha, bhavataha, and bhavatyaha. So there is actually a little bit of difference of the words and have a different meanings, because that word will indicate a man or woman.
Ah, yes, as in Spanish, el and la. I understand.
Right.
Thank
You got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So now Mahaprabhu was saying that you recited those verses. One verse says, you are mentioning the Parvati's Patni, means Parvati's wife, Lord Shiva. Parvati's wife, Lord Shiva. Is the right word? Mother Parvati's wife, Lord Shiva. Is it right?
No.
So, Lord Shiva's wife is Parvati. That's right.
Are you talking about the name or the manner in which it was spoken?
Yeah, the manners which way you've spoken. If I say Parvati's wife, Lord Shiva.
That's not
Lord Shiva
right.
is not a wife of Parvati.
Exactly.
Right? But if I say Lord Shiva's wife is Parvati, it is a right
That is
word.
correct.
It's a correct word because Parvati is Lord Shiva's wife.
Yes.
So when he was narrating those birds are actually having meanings is Parvati's wife, Shiva. Bhavanir Bhartuhu. Bhavanir is a Parvati. Bhartuhu is a Stri, means the wife. Bhavanir Bhattya. It is a Bhavanir Stri, a wife's husband, Lord Shiva. So that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. It's have a 17 mistake on this verse. Now Keshav Kashmiri, who doesn't actually speak because Mother Saraswati stay on his tongue. Mother Saraswati stay on his tongue. Now Keshav Kashmiri thinking, He also understood it is his mistake. But he said, you know, how it is possible? I can do mistake, but Mother Saraswati cannot do any mistake. You know Mother Saraswati, right? Jamavati Mata.
Who?
Mother Saraswati.
Yes, yes. The goddess of learning.
Right. So Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, stay on Keshav Kashmiri's tongue. Means whatever he speaks, actually he doesn't speak, Mother Saraswati speak. So that's why Keshav Kashmir is thinking, how come Saraswati could be wrong? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Mahodaya, oh master, you might be very much tired because you travel a lot. You work in a whole day. Please take some rest. I want to hear many things from you. Maybe tomorrow we can sit and talk. And I want to hear many things. Mahaprabhu left from there. But what Keshav Kashmir did, he couldn't go sleep. He feeling embarrassed. Feeling embarrassed that a small boy was defeat me today. I even defeated a big scholar. And this boy is just a small boy. He sat and started meditating to Mother Saraswati. Mother Saraswati appeared in front of him. Then he was complaining, oh Mother, how come you wrong? How come you wrong? That boy Nimai proved that it is your mistake. How come? Okay, now I will get your views, means your review, that what Mother Saraswati could say the answer. I will ask to Jati Mata, what says, what you think?
The pride that came into Kashmiri ji, I think that's what made him make the mistake. And generally, Bhagwanji doesn't like pride.
Okay. So it could be a Mother Saraswati want to give him a lesson, not to be very much pride. You could defeated by a small boy. Okay. Shapna, Mata?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, not a problem. Then we'll hear Jambumati Mata.
Was it because, as with, you know, a lot of times when we take credit for stuff, we think we're the doer and we forget that we are really not the controllers and we don't give the credit where it's really due, and our false ego gets in the way and then we make mistake.
Okay. Rachana Mata?
Prabhuji, Ma Saraswati might have told Keshav Kashmiri that Nimai is Bhagwan himself. So what he is saying is right.
Okay. Vaishali?
Yeah, I have the same understanding. I think because Saraswati, Goddess Saraswati would know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. And then when they were speaking in front of Krishna, they made a mistake. That's my understanding.
Also, was it to give Lord Chaitanya the opportunity to make the correction so that others might also benefit?
Okay. That could be. I'll Arindam.
Hi Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Saraswati Mata, Mother Saraswati said, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead and he's her master. So in front of her master, Kashmiri was boasting, like taking pride. So that's why, in that way, Mother Saraswati wanted to make him understand who he was, and by this mistake he did. Because even in front of the Lord, Mother Saraswati will be like humble and will be hesitating to take pride. But he, being Mother Saraswati's servant, and he was taking pride in front of Mahaprabhu. That's why it was a kind of a lesson for him. That's what I know.
Okay, yeah. So Mother Saraswati said, who is that Nima? You are very fortunate. You are very fortunate that you got a darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is my master? Who is my master? In front of my master, I make so many mistakes. So you got that pride, and as Arindam said, no one actually don't like prides. So Mother Saraswati said, this is the mistake by me, because you have to know, in front of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, your all knowledge, pandityas, victory are nothing. That's why you came to Navadvip. Actually, you didn't came to Navadvip. I direct you to come Navadvip. So then I can also see my master's lotus feet. So you go and surrender my master's lotus feet. So Keshav Kashmiri went and surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet and asked for shelter. So after these pastimes happened, after a few days later, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got married with Lakshmi Priya Devi. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just 17th. He entered to 17 years old. He got married to Vishnu Priya, Lakshmi Priya Devi. After marriage, 7 days later, he was asking to his mother that I want to go to East Bengal, little east side, more eastern side, for traveling toll. And that's why, I can collect some Guru Dakshina and our family can go very nicely. So he went to, right now is Bangladesh. That time is to say Purva Banga. Purva meaning east, Banga is a Bengal, East Bengal. What happened? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in East Bengal, means the Purva Banga, for 6 months. 7 days, just he got married. And in Bengal, there is a tradition. When you get, you have to go to get married to girl's house. Marriage will take place. You will come to next day. When you come next day, then 1 day later, again that girl will go back to his parents, her parents' house. And after 7 days later, girl will come back. Day of 8. Okay. So those times is happening like that way. So when the girl is come back second time from his parents' house, Lakshmi Priya Devi, then Chaitanya, at the same day, Lakshmi Priya coming back and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned her that I am coming very sooner. But as we mentioned, there is no plane, there is no train, there is no buses, that within 12 hours you will reach to wherever you want. They have to walk. In some places, they can take boat. So he said, I will come back within 6 months. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came back after 7 months. But when he came back, the sad things are, Lakshmi Priya Devi was not in life. Anybody knows what happened with Lakshmi Priya Devi? Why she is not in life?
She couldn't bear the separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why she passed away. Like the material part of it is that she got bit by a serpent, but the spiritual meaning is that she was bit by the separation.
All right. Perfect answer. Many people said she got a bite from the snakes, but it is not a snake's bite. It is the bite of the separations. And anybody know who is the Lakshmi Priya? The Dwapar Yugas. Who is Lakshmi Priya?
She is the incarnation of Lakshmi Ma herself.
Yeah, but in Dwapar Yugas, what form she took to be in a Krishna's wife?
Rukmini Devi?
Rukmini was a Patrani in Dwarika.
Satyabhama, Prabhuji.
Satyabhama. And second Patrani?
Jambavati Mata.
Jambavati.
So Rukmini and Satyabhama. So she is actually, Jati Mata is right. She is in a Rukmini Devi and Vishnu Priya Devi are the Satyabhama. So Lakshmi Priya Devi, the Rukmini Devi came as a Lakshmi Priya to serve Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Lord Krishna. Also she came to serve. And we can see those Rukmini, Satyabhama, they are reincarnation of Mother Lakshmi, and Mother Lakshmi are reincarnation of Srimati Radharani. So that's why if we see all are reincarnation from Srimati Radharani. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back, everyone is so happy that Nimai is coming back. So happy. Mother Shachi also very happy. But other side, Mother Shachi are not happy at all because of Lakshmi Priya's disappearance. Mother Shachi Mata was crying and crying and crying and crying. It is not stopped. The day Lakshmi Priya left, from that day, said is like her whole body, the water got dry by crying, saying like that. So anyway, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, says some few words to make his mother a little bit cool down. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was again, Shachi Matas are mentioning to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you have to get another man. Mahaprabhu said, no, I don't. But Shachi Mata already mentioned to Ishan Thakur to start searching a girl for him. And Ishan Thakur searched a beautiful girl. Anybody remember the name of those beautiful girls?
Vishnu Priya Prabhuji.
Vishnu Priya Devi. So, Vishnu Priya Devi, Mother Shachi, when got a news about the Vishnu Priya Devi, so that time, immediately, Mother Shachi Mata was requesting to Nimai to get married. And this marriage will be happen with a large scale by pleasure of Lord, Mother. Mahaprabhu was agree. Now, this message was got spread that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the first wedding, that message doesn't got spreaded because Mahaprabhu have to left for Purva Banga. But this time, this message spread that Nimai getting married. That time there is a one king, Jamidar, and also a devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose name is Shattaraj Khan. Remember the name? Shattaraj Khan. So that's Shattaraj, who actually came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai, with the folded handed. He was praying, "Oh Nimai, please allow us to do little service for you." What is the service? The service is, he said, I want to take care of whole wedding ceremonies. And I want to explain everything. And I want to, prepare for your wedding. I will take care of everything. Means ultimately nowadays, you can say it's like wedding planner, come wedding facilitators. The both. He's saying, I will pay money, I will use my money, and I will make the wedding will, go with is like a super nice, is like a king. Excuse me. Shattaraj Khan was lighting a lamp. Can anybody guess that how many lamp he can light it and how far he can light it? Shapnamata, can you say? Can you think?
Not remember Prabhuji actually, but he will like so much, like towns and towns and so much. And he is this king have some story also in past life, so that's why he take birth to take care of his wedding. I remember, but past life who is he? I not remember the name.
Not a problem. Yes, beautiful pastimes are there. Okay. Jyoti Mata?
I don't know, Prabhuji, sorry.
No, not a problem, not a problem. Rachana Mata?
Prabhuji, could you please repeat the question?
I said that Shattaraj Khan was actually get the responsibilities to manage everything, complete wedding. So how many lights he can on it for Mahaprabhu's wedding?
Thousands, maybe 1,000-2,000.
Okay. Vaishali?
Is it like he lighted as many lamps that not only that particular town got lit up, but like many towns around that area? There were like hundreds of, for a very wide number of miles, like very far away, he lit up the whole area
Right.
of Lord.
Right. That's the right answer. Because he didn't put a light only in a Mayapur. He put a light from Mayapur to Navadvip. Not only that, surround the couple of village, he lighted up. Whole village is like surround 15 to 20 villages a light on completed. Not only the light, and these are all oil lights. He also do the rangoli, the painted rangolis he did. And many places, every corner, he put a banana plants with a ghataha, nice gates, and he arranges such a nice. They said it's like the people that came to participate the wedding. They saw that wedding is not like a human being's wedding are going on, This the wedding is like a Vaikunt Lokas weddings are going on. So this Shotaraz Khan's pastimes will come for our next session, which will become then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got married with Vishnu Priya Devi, Mata Vishnu Priya Devi, when actually Vishnu Priya Devi's wedding, there is a mention that Mahaprabhu left very next day of Vishnu Priya Devi's wedding. So he took sannyas. And over here, we'll see some nice discussion on our next semester. I will keep for that. To how long he was staying with Vishnu Priya Devi, and what is the other pastime during his Girhastha Leela. That will be covered on next semester. And Girhastha Leela is actually covered with the 2 semester because there is a huge. And then his Sannyas Leelas will be covered with another 2 semesters. So total we will do in a 5 in a whole Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes with the tattas. Okay, so it's 8:28. I want to because of this is the last day of this semesters. I want to hear from all of you. First of all, we will take 1 or 2 questions, and then we'll hear from you about your experience on these all 5 classes. So first of all, any questions anyone have?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this very informative class. My apologies for my lack of knowledge and my tiny contribution. I think about 2 weeks ago, I ran across Prabhu, who was giving a class. I believe it was on YouTube. I can't remember his name, but I was surprised to learn that there were several different biographies of Lord Chaitanya at different times, still that same, time frame. And I was just wondering, I have not, of course, had the opportunity to compare and contrast because probably they're written in Hindu or Sanskrit, a language that I don't understand. But I was just wondering, do you know of anyone who has compared Srila Prabhupada's Chaitanya Charitamrita, or the version that we use with the older versions, and what the differences were, if any?
Okay. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's biography in Chaitanya Charitamritas, what we got from Srila Prabhupada, that doesn't have any difference. What writing by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. But there is a lot of others. Before Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami write Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a lot of diaries written by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate. During that time, with timing, our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are doing the pastimes, they're writing those diaries. And also, the Lochan Das Thakur, there is many things doesn't have in a Chaitanya Charitamrita. Because what happened, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami don't want to repeat the pastimes from the other books. So very first, the Chaitanya Bhagavat was actually taking place by return of pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu by Vrindavan Das Thakur. And he actually gave name of Chaitanya Bhagavat, he gave name Chaitanya Mangal. At the same time, Lochan Das Thakur also writing a pastimes of Mahaprabhu's Grihastha Leela, and he also gave a name to Chaitanya Mangal. So those 2 biography, Vrindavan Das Thakur's mother, Narayani Devi, including all other Vaishnava Goswamis, they having a Istagasti, and Mother Narayani actually take decision because they all accept Mother Narayani as a leader. So Mother Narayani said to Vrindavan Das is a reincarnation of Dasdev, and he can only write a Bhagavatam. So that's why his book's name will be a Chaitanya Bhagavat. And Lochan Das, he write the Grihastha Lila of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By hearing the Grihastha Lila, all the auspiciousness will come to their mind. So auspiciousness in a Bengali we call Mangal. And that's why Narayani said his book's name will be Stay Man Chaitanya Mangal. So those biography, there is some things are there, but yes, there is some biography written by some others, not Chaitanya Chaitamrita, with some different sampradayas, and they use a different lila, different pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Some of them are same, some of them are not same. But what Chaitanya Chaitamrita?
But they are all bona fide. The other pastimes or leelas, are they, all bona fide?
Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavat, and all diaries, all are bona fide. But some Mayavadi Sampradayas, other biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not a bona fide.
I see. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mata. Thank you so much, Mata. Thank you so much. We are very much, happy and glad and very, we feel very blessed that, Jambavati Mata is not is like not like us, a newcomers devotees. She is a very senior initiated devotee. And she was, very blissfully join us to actually bless to all of us. So Mata, keep your blessings on everyone and top of me also, so then, we can continue, relish Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, and we can follow the teaching of Srila Prabhupada.
I'm humbled by your comments, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, now I want to hear about your experience. I will go through Jyoti Mata.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have learned a lot from you, and I'm very grateful that you did this class. And I found out about this class through the weekly newsletter that comes from ISKCON. And, I'm glad that it caught my eye and that Bhagwanji led me to this class. So thank you for this opportunity for me to learn. And I look forward to the next few classes. So just in case I don't catch on to that, if you could just send a reminder on the WhatsApp chat saying, hey, you haven't registered, and I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Vaishali.
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Yeah, definitely. I have the same, I echo the same thoughts. Definitely, this class has been very informative, and for me, at least, it has been really a deep dive into Chaitanya Charitamrita. There were many things that I did not know, and at least I know a few things now, whatever I am able to remember. So yes, definitely, it has been a very good class, and I also look forward for the next semester, and look forward to complete all those 5 semesters that you are mentioning, so that I gain more knowledge. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Shapna Mata.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you so much for giving such a great Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Charitamrita, Balya Leela and all. I learned so much that how Mahaprabhu appears and why. So it's like so much I learned. I blessed that with your mouth I listened all the Charitamrita. And I have a question also. Why Srila Prabhupada completed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before Bhagavatam? Means Bhagavatam is not completed. before that Bhagavatam not completed. So, but Srila Prabhupada chosen the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Charitamrita. Why? That's I have a question.
Oh, very good questions. I hear from my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. This questions actually came to him also. That's why Srila Prabhupada complete first Chaitanya Charitamrita, not only the complete. He was actually asking for the print in the prints, meaning in the devotees are doing in BVT, are doing printing. So after he was finishing very quick, in English translation, and he gave to them to print out quickly. Then Prabhupada asked, how many days it will take? This is Prabhupada. So many volumes, at least 6 months. Prabhupada was very angry. Prabhupada is not satisfied answer. Then they said, we can work day and night, but it will take at least 4 months. Prabhupada gave them only 30 days to print out this. And they did. Somehow or other, they did. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, Shri Chaitanya Chaitamrita Prabhupada want to bring first? What happened? We Indians know Krishna, and also we Indians know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very few we know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Bengal, but Krishna maximum people knows. So many people who knows Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they thought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is our house boys, But how merciful Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, came with a love, came with a complete, complementary store key to deliver all fallen souls. And he did that Chaitanya Chaitamrita first because he came to the land who really don't have a knowledge about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For them to give the higher nectar, Chaitanya Charitamrita is required to give the higher taste to them. And Srila Prabhupada, that's why print the Chaitanya Charitamrita first to showing that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching are. And what is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instructions, order. And because of that, Srila Prabhupada completed Chaitanya Charitamrita very fast. Okay, Shatnamata?
Okay. Yeah, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Rachana Mata. Are you there, Rachana Mata? Okay, we'll come back to Rachana Mata.
Yes,
we'll
Prabhuji.
Okay, Rachana Mata came back. Yeah.
Prabhuji, I am like a regular student of your class. So this is like for me overview. I know in other class we are going in detail, but for me, I mean, you gave the overview of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life. So that is like a double learning for me. Thank you so much.
Okay, Hare Krishna. And finally, I know Oshara Mata was actually, she's preparing for her tomorrow's program. But Oshara Mata, in 1 minute, if you say your experience on these classes.
Sure, Prabhuji. I'm enjoying taking these classes are very relaxed way and interactive, and the questions you ask are whatever question you are asking, very important questions to know, and it's very easy when you ask again like a quiz, it's easy to remember it. And you're making it very interesting and interactive. That's one thing. And I like the way you teach your narration and your politeness. It's just wonderful. And yeah, and I'm kind of new for this, and I think I'm not even that senior to learn about Chaitanya Charitamrita, but it's a good introduction, and it's a you're making it interesting. That's the best thing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Finally, Arindam.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavat pranam to all the devotees. Prabhu, Chaitanya Charitamrita for me is always been like an ocean of pleasure. Whenever I sit down to your classes, even the regular ones, and this one is very special. It's a rainfall of mercy and happiness. And especially this class was because my memory is so bad. I barely remember all these leelas we have learned in the regular classes. So it was a very good overview without just reading the book and you telling the stories and the interaction, question answer. So it was again a very peaceful and very nicely remembering again what we have learned so far. So it was just amazing. I don't have words to say how do I feel every time I sit in this Chaitanya Charitamrita class.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Hare Krishna. And I hope we'll declare soon. Maybe coming week will be not. They will prepare for the registration things. So as all you are interested, so then quickly you will register. So then we can start from maybe the beginning of April, and you can go through. Okay. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Brinda ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Krishna Das Prabhu ki Jai.
All
one
glories
more
for your service.
Thank you so much, Mata. That participation certifications will, I think, send it by email, or Amy, if bring the hard copy, might be will send it. Might be she will send by email. I will ask her how she will send. Certifications are ready already, so she will send it soon.
And
Thank you
Prabhu,
so much,
I would still
yes,
like
Mata.
to, I would like to, I have not heard the last class because I wasn't able to attend.
Okay. Yeah, you are in that group, Mata, deep dive group?
Which one?
Our deep dive group, right? Or you're not in the group? In the WhatsApp group?
I may not be.
Okay,
I didn't know how to listen to it. I found a few of the other classes, but I couldn't find the one from last week.
Okay, I will send it. I will send it because I just posted to our WhatsApp group that 2 classes. So I will post it this.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Prabhu.
Mata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.